Good morning. Thank you, camera. Please focus. So, 24 hours with a 0.95. One of my co-workers owns this lens, and I was like, oh, and TT Artisans don't make it anymore. You can't get it. And I was like, oh, can I borrow this from you? And he went, yeah. This thing is absolutely bonkers. It is mental. A 0.95 M mount 50mm lens, and I was like, hey, can I borrow that? And he's like, yeah, because there's something I want to take photos of soon. It does look, admittedly, massive on an M8. So he lent it to me. So I'm going to go through some photos, and I'll meet you in picture in a second, of 24 hours with the 0.95 lens. It's heavy. It's also 50mm, which I don't like. We all know that I like 28mm. My right arm, my forearm's hurting from walking around with it for a couple of hours yesterday. It is a heavy lens. It's also got a depth of field akin to a Rizzler paper. I have never thrown so many shots in my life with a lens. Now, I'll show some sample images and we'll switch to picture in picture. It's a hard lens to master, and I've got it for a little while, but this is my first 24 hours just messing around with it. I got some good shots. How many shots did I get? I got like 10 good shots in 24 hours of just random stuff. I probably blew about 50 easily. This is not one of those lenses, because I like to one shot. It's not one of those lenses you can just one shot with. You need to chirp. You need to look at your camera and chirp, and I hate chirping. But after the first few shots, I'm like, I hate to chirp. I need to look at my images and see what I've just taken pictures of. I'm not used to the frame lines, for one. I'm not used to a 50mm at all. Even when you do hit the little button and it shows you different frame lines, something may be off. Not with the lens, because I know it works perfectly well. Maybe with my rangefinder with this lens. So I don't know. So let's meet picture in picture, and let's continue talking about this lens. I'll be down there in a second. Through the power of magic, and for the millionth time, and this is actually the third time I've recorded this because for some reason my video editing program's not working. So let's go through what I've taken on the 0.95 50mm in 24 hours. My cat. I've got edits of these, so I'll go through. Let's go through one. My cat. Cheddar. Straight out saw that. I went, I need to take a photograph of this. Edited. TCD. Texture, clarity, dehaze. It's the 25. It's what I call the 25 rule. So 25, 25, 25. That's all I've done to that image, and you can see the difference. Sharpens it up a little bit. The lens, you know, you're gonna get the softness, but in this case, I went a bit sharper. Tray outside my house in the morning drinking coffee. You can see some light artifacts just kicking around down here. No edit to the light because you don't need it. Just 25 rule on this one. And you can see the difference. It just brings it back a little bit. Again, the tree, the closer shot. No light edits. 25 rule. And doesn't do much, but it just does enough. The motorcycle, where apparently I can't frame a 50mm lens because I'm an idiot. Obviously black and white, this one. 25, 25, but there's light edits on this one, and I probably know what it is. Yep, this one I really had to play with. There's a lot of light in my face, so
dropped the exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows, just tweaked it a little bit. I think we can all agree that the difference where the tank is completely blown out from the light and you drop it black and white and just tinker with it a little bit brings it back to an almost acceptable photograph. The doorway, where I focused upon a door of an old building. The edited version, black and white on that. Didn't touch the light. Good thing about this lens is you don't seem to need to touch light too much unless you've really blown it out. 25 across the board, as per usual. Window, same building. No light edits. I just like the crispiness that you get. You get just a little bit more crunch on the with the 25 raw. So not a bad photograph. And this is like me learning very quickly. The house, I love this house. It's a great color. I straightened it up. No light edits, just black and white. I think it's like a profile 6. 25 on that again. So good. I'll put all these pictures at the end. Guy sitting at the park, reading a book with the little sprayers outside. To be honest, I don't mind this photograph as it is, but with a little bit of tweaking. 25 raw, and then I've dropped the exposure because it was super bright. And you can see contrast is up, highlights all the way down. Very unusual for me. Yeah, you lose a little bit on the plants, but you get the floor. Look, if the highlights were at nothing, look, drops it, perfect. Shadows -10. I like this photograph. I need to submit that one into a competition or something. Lady walking down the street as I was just going home. This was a quick lunchtime run around and shoot some pictures. Nothing on the light, so this is 25 raw, straight 25. The color on this is great. I like the way it looks like old school. Remember, M8, ISO 160, 50mm 0.95. Your forearm's aching. I'm surprised this is actually in focus, considering my forearm was completely dead. The black and white. Yeah, I prefer the black and white. And then another picture of a couple walking down the street, which was a little bit later in the day, I think. Light's a little bit less. Again, straight black and white, 25 raw. Now, I did take an image to explain how thin the depth of field of this lens is. This is a Lego Land Rover. It's a very small model. It's about 1 inch thick. I've focused on the window, the brick underneath the driver's side window. You can see the blur on the books behind. Apparently I read a lot of Neil Stevenson, and the Adrian Edmondson Berserker book is very good. Wired, the John Belushi book, is quite good. Neil Young I've not read yet, and Storyteller Dave Grohl was a great book as well. And The Apollo Murders by Chris Hadfield is actually a pretty damn good book. But you can see the depth of field, the throw on this lens, and why you're going to throw fuck images all over the place, is that thing's less than 1 inch thick. I'm focused on this brick where my cursor is right now, not that you can really see it, but right here, I'm focused on this brick. That's how thin the depth of field on this lens is. So when you're using it, you're going to be chirping. Let's go back to normal big camera.
And we're back to the big camera. Hey look, there's a ladder in the way. My bad, I should frame my shots and also get my lights from downstairs and stop having that top light. Anyway, the 0.95 50mm TT Artisans. It is bloody heavy. You're going to mess up a lot of photographs, that is for sure. And I will do a follow-up video. I had this lens for a while. I don't believe my buddy at work needs it back too soon. And there's a particular reason why I wanted it, and that is in 10 days time. So I need to put some time in with this lens, get a little bit more au fait with it. I am going to rock my my 21mm Voigtlander for this thing as well. I don't have enough Leica bodies to do it, to have just switch between cameras. So overall impressions, it's built like a fucking tank. Actually, you could throw this at a tank and it'll probably dent the tank. The lens is that fucking heavy. There is a lot of glass in this lens. You do not want to drop this lens in any way, shape or form. My God, you would cry. What's it useful for? Like, wide open. wide open, it's amazing. It's once you get into anything less than about 10 feet, then you're going to start absolutely nuking shots all over the place. Now, they have, TT Artisans stopped making this lens, but you can find them. And what was funny was I was searching on eBay, and I'm not going to go through the listings on eBay with you like I did in the last video, but like there's a TT Artisans, I'm not sure that's at that price, I'm not sure it's an M mount. No, it is an M mount. It's the old version of it. Oh, the old version looks even bigger. No. So there are a couple of different versions of this lens, it looks like. I think it's the A08B is the one you want to get. If you want to get it, it's going to cost you a serious amount of cash. You're looking at about $1,000 for a 0.95 lens, which it's a particular blend for sure. If you're not shooting Nikon, wow, I don't even shoot Nikon. Wow, wake up, Jeremy, have some more tea. If you're shooting Leica, if you're looking at brand new, and there is a titanium version of this, you're looking at over 1,000 for a brand new version of this lens. But the lens is an optical structure of 8 groups of 11 pieces, which includes 1 larger spherical lens, 2 ED anomalous dispersion lenses, and 8 high refractive lens index to ensure good sharpness at maximum aperture. This is very true. It's got a clicked aperture ring, it's got a full metal body, it's got a full metal cap on the titanium version. This one's got a plastic version, but whatever. It's got a filter on it, so it's a 0.95. The maximum aperture is f/16. The closest focal distance is 0.7. Diaphragm range is 14 pieces. It's 11 elements in 8 groups, and it weighs about 690 grams. So it is a hefty beast. Like brand new, the titanium version's 1,400. The normal version is just about $1,000. You're going to get a slight weight difference with the titanium version, but to be honest, this thing is lump. So know what you're getting into. You're getting into a forearm workout, and not the fun kind of a forearm workout. So it's 24 hours. I don't know what this lens is for. I want one, but I don't know what the lens is for. I will post a follow-up. Wide open, it's beautiful. Oh my god, the light from this lens is amazing. Obviously, getting it into lower light conditions, it's 0.95, is going to be my next goal, and in 10 days time, like I said, that's when I really want to use it, because it's going to be dark and it's going to be a lot of funky light, and I'm really interested to see. I'm going to have to push the ISO. There's no way I'm going to be able to shoot at 160 when it's really dark with that lens. I'm going to have to push it to maybe 400. Anything more than that, it's going to look like Pope with an M8, and I may have to rock a tripod, which I hate doing, but I may have to rock a tripod just to be able to get shots. It's going to be an interesting learning experience. If you're taking product shots, I can understand why you want this lens, and even then, I did try and take some photographs of like some of my toy cars yesterday. If you're taking object photos, that object better be really fucking small, like, you know, about ½ an inch, because anything over ½ an inch, say a ring, whoever has like maybe a thumb ring, that'll probably be quite big. I'm not entirely sure you'll get it, and if you do get it and you're shooting wide open, you're going to have to crop in, and then you're going to lose all the detail. It's an the point that, okay, as per usual, I'm completely off track, and I'm just trying to say, hey, cool, this is fun, get one. Amazing lens, amazing rendering, heavy as fuck. It's going to be interesting to see what I can pull out of this lens over time, but that's my first time ever using something with that low. Like, lowest I ever get is 1.2, and That was on my Canon, and they were bloody expensive lenses. More expensive than this, actually, to be honest. Stay tuned. There will be a follow-up. It's a really interesting lens. And I know I blew a lot of shots over the last 24 hours with this lens, learning, and it is a steep fucking learning curve. But I think you can agree, it does take some pretty nice pictures. So, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Don't turn the bell on, but like and subscribe. I need more subscribers. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Have a great life. And I'll see you soon. Peace.